KDKA-TV News, the area's most watched news station.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to the Sunday Business Page. This morning, the Federal Reserve hopes for the best but prepares for the worst when it comes to Europe's debt crisis. We'll talk with PNC's senior macroeconomist, Gus Fauché, for some perspective on what Chairman Ben Bernanke said this week and how it will be viewed by borrowers and lenders. Then we'll have the inspiring story of how Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz is giving a Java jolt to the economy of East Liverpool, Ohio, by introducing a new line of ceramic coffee mugs and providing American Mug and Stein with a reason to stay in business. American Mug's owner, Clyde McClellan, will tell us how a community development financial institution loan helped make that happen. Dave Kahley, CEO of the Progress Fund from Greensburg, will tell us why it happened. And then we'll preview this year's Pittsburgh's Vintage Grand Prix next month, ready to celebrate its 30th anniversary. It's all next right here on the Sunday Business Page.
The Sunday Business Page on KDKA-TV is brought to you by Stewart Capital Advisors. Experience the power of the Piper. Back to the Sunday Business Page.
There's a story in East Liverpool, Ohio that's downright inspiring. The American Mug and Stein Company, faced with closure last fall, now is the symbol of American economic revival and hope. And it's with the help and faith of the CEO of Starbucks, no less. Howard Schultz, frustrated with political gridlock in Washington, took action himself to boost America's economy. Schultz's Create Jobs for USA Fund is helping community development banks finance small business expansion. And Starbucks is also introducing brand new coffee mugs and a special brand called Indivisible, whose profit will support that fund. Indivisible mugs are being made by the American Mug and Stein Company, giving the company in East Liverpool a new lease on life. We're joined this morning by its owner, Clyde McClellan. Also with us is Clyde's lender, Dave Kahley, CEO of the Progress Fund, a Greensburg community development lender, who's being supported by Starbucks CEO's Fund. Hey, congratulations, gentlemen. This is such a wonderful, wonderful news story. Clyde, how did this all come about? How did the CEO of Starbucks even hear about you?
Well, it actually started with a cold call from a rep company called Hausenware in Sonoma, California. He had listened, Ulrich Honinghausen, who's the owner of that company, listened to what Howard Schultz was saying about the introduction in October of the Indivisible Fund, and he's been very energetic about trying to bring jobs back to the United States. So he called me. He wouldn't tell me who the customer was. He said, I have a very large account that might be interested in doing business with your company. I'd like to come out and visit. I said, of course. You know, it was a real opportunity. And
the next thing you know, Howard Schultz is sitting in your company.
About 2 months later, Howard Schultz is sitting in my office.
The CEO of Starbucks is in East Liverpool, Ohio.
I was as amazed and shocked.
And what did he say to you?
He wanted to know how this would impact our business. And I told him the immediate impact was we had hired 8 new employees. It was sustaining the 13 people that we had employed full-time at that time, and that if they gave us more business, I was promoting myself, if they gave us more business, we could actually hire more people.
That's great. And then he referred you to Dave Kahley.
Right. During the conversation, I explained to him that I was having difficulty refinancing some of the debt that I had incurred in 2009 and 2010. I'd gone through my traditional lenders, and they said, although you've had a good 2011, come back in 2012.
Right. This is the problem. Banks are not lending to people like you.
It was almost shocking at the time, because in my hand was a very positive 2011 end-of-year sheet and purchase orders from a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
So Schultz refers you to Dave, and Dave, what happens next?
Well, it was sort of a no-brainer for us. His business plan, Clyde, from just talking to him the first 5 minutes, I knew that his business was spot on. He knew what his problems were, and he knew what he needed. And a handshake deal from Howard Schultz, I mean, it sounds strange, but take it to the bank. You couldn't take it to the bank, so he ended up taking it to us.
Now, tell us about the Progress Fund. You're in Greensburg?
Yes.
And you provide essentially loan monies, startup monies?
Exactly. we are a lender just like a bank lends money. A bank lends it to make profit. CDFI, that's what we're called, Community Development Financial Institution. It's really there to create jobs. That's our purpose in life. We're a nonprofit. You can give us $1, take it off your tax return. But what we're going to give you back is jobs, and that's what we saw. Right. He had this big contract and couldn't ramp up because he didn't have the capital.
Right. And the end result are these wonderful mugs, I'll tell you, with the name Indivisible on it. And here's the best part. I don't know if we can get a really tight shot of this, but there's a little label on here that I love to see, and we need to see a whole lot more of this label. It says, "Made in the USA." And every one of these particular mugs has one of these labels on it. I tell you. So now, with this order from Starbucks, have you expanded your company?
Yes, we did. The initial ramp up was we had to meet a deadline. Our traditional business is our customers come to us and then we produce and then we tell them when it's ready. Starbucks came to us and gave us this very large order, the largest order our company's ever had.
It says you'll have it ready.
It said we need it on this date because of the rollout on June 12th.
Right.
And it was I have to give a lot of credit to my employees. Everyone went above and beyond.
Right, to make it happen.
They actually did. We met the deadline.
Well, now this is the coffee blend. This is Starbucks coffee. It's called Indivisible. Have either of you gentlemen tried this? Is it any good?
I have. Yeah. Yes.
How is it?
It's very good.
Is it your typical Starbucks? You get a nice jolt out of it, or is it?
It's a nice smooth blend.
Nice.
I like it a lot. It's actually being processed in South Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, the profits from the sale of this then go back into the jobs, into these funds that provide for more jobs. Is that the way it works,
Actually,
Dave?
if you go by your Starbucks in the morning and you have an extra $5, you buy this little wristband, which they're selling. It's called Create Jobs. And that money ends up going to CDFIs, these community development financial institutions across the country. We've gotten 2 grants now, a total of $77,000 from that program, from people putting down a little extra dollar, and it's allowed us to create these kind of jobs. I do want to add one thing. He talks about when the order came down from Starbucks. Well, same thing happened to me. When Clyde called and said, "I need a loan in 3 weeks," we had to ramp up too. So the staff of the Progress Fund, the loan committee, boom, bang, bang, made it happen.
I just can't say enough to both of you, and of course to Starbucks and to CEO Howard Schultz for this kind of an effort. This is a wonderful good news story. I hope that we're going to see more of this. I assume, Dave, there's other projects in the works, maybe?
We got them going, and we're always looking for new ones.
Good. Well, congratulations to both of you. Clyde, thank you, sir, for all that you're doing. Dave,
Pleasure.
thank you for making these jobs happen. We appreciate it. When we come back, the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix prepares for its 30th anniversary run. We'll have a preview. Stick with us.
Hi, this is Mark Baer from Bud Baer Subaru. We have more Subaru Legacies than we've ever had in stock. We have a 2012 Subaru Legacy 2.5i automatic at 0% financing with only $20,903. Come on out and see it. You won't believe it. Remember, Subaru, confidence in motion. Bud Baer, the place to buy one. Safe, 0% for 48 months with approved credit. Come on out and drive one home today.
Bud Baer. Educational improvement tax credits allow businesses to deduct 75 to 90% of their charitable contributions to institutions like St. Edmund's Academy. Visit stedmans.net to learn more.